guess I'm drunk, but I'm both.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, BioSteel, Wilson, APAR, and by Indochino.
Hello and welcome inside War Memorial Gymnasium. You're watching the 2025 Indochino U-Sports Basketball Final 8 presented by Victory Creative Group. Andrew Savory on the call alongside Ilya Kurbanov. And Ilya, what a few days it has been getting to this point. Victoria defeating Ottawa yesterday. It's Championship Sunday, of course, and PEI falling to Calgary, but still lots to play for in this bracket. It's a bronze medal matchup.
Definitely a bronze medal, may not be gold, but something that you could leave with and leave on a high note, considering with how well both of these teams have played throughout the tournament and relying on their star power and, you know, in J.M. Gimetta, Kamari Scott on both ends, and both teams well represented and relying heavily on their starters. So we'll see how this one plays out for either of the two.
And players to watch tonight for the away side, PEI.
Kamari Scott, dynamic guard, can score from anywhere on the court. Very good at drawing contact, driving to the hoop, knocking down shots. He's averaging about 15 points through 2 games in the quarterfinals and the semifinals. So he's definitely the one to look at if you're the Panthers.
And for the home side, the Gee-Gees.
Gee-Gees, J.M. Gimetta, a defensive player of the year in the OUA, of course, being that third team, all team OUA, all team OUA, oh my goodness, English. But also a dynamic guard, plays both ends of the floor, averaging 18.5 points for the Gee-Gees. Definitely have been the best player in the tournament for the home side.
Gee-Gees won the bronze at U-Sports last year. Can they do it again? PEI seeking their first ever medal in the Final 8. We'll see you on the other side of this quick break. You're watching U-Sports on CBC.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple. bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Early mornings, late nights, every rep, every sacrifice leading to this. Fueled by BioSteel, the best get the chance to make their mark. One weekend, one shot at glory.
Welcome to the 2025 Indochino U Sports Women's and Men's Final 8 Basketball Championships presented by Victory Creative Group. Today's bronze medal matchup. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, we have the starters from the UPEI Panthers. From North Preston, Nova Scotia, number 0, Kyrie Thompson. From Mississauga, Ontario, number 1, Kamari Scott. From Bridgetown, Nova Scotia, number 2, Sam Chisholm. From Madrid, Spain, number 5, Hugo Bermejo. And from Madrid, Spain, number 21, Daniel Gonzalez Longarella. The Panthers led by head coach Daryl Glenn. Coach Glenn assisted by Marcus Cusinado, Jonathan Lane, and Jared Chevry. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Ottawa Gee-Gees. From Toronto, Ontario, number 1, Ankit Chowdhury. From Waterloo, Ontario, number 5, Dragan Steyer. From Gatineau, Quebec, number 10, Justin Njak-Tajore. From Fergus, Ontario, number 11, Brock Newton. And from Douala, Cameroon, number 35, Jacques Malengui Meta. The Gee-Gees led by head coach James Deruin. Coach Deruin assisted by Michael Parsons, Clarence Porter, and Hennessy Robolente. The officials for today's game, Kevin Lay, Matt Boyle, and Paige Swain. Today we are gathered on the traditional ancestral and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. Nous aimerons également profiter de ces moments pour raconter et nous sommes réunis aujourd'hui sur le territoire traditionnel ancestral and unceded people Musqueam.
Matchup.
Fans in the
Gee-Gees
stands,
here in the
we are
bronze,
here.
once again defeating Dalhousie last year. And for PEI, a chance at their first ever medal. Winning the tip are the Gee-Gees, and here is Dragan Steyer. Always dangerous in his 5th year, a key part of that bronze last year. Gee-Gees missing the opening shot of this one. Quickly up are the Panthers, right to the rim. Here come the Gee-Gees. Little push shot in the lane, that doesn't go either. Here comes Bermejo. Over to Thompson. Thompson makes a nice athletic move. Doesn't go on the offensive board. Swatted aside by Brock Newton. Ilya, fast-paced to start this game.
Certainly, both teams looking to push the transition. Couple of missed opportunities, of course, favoring both of these teams just to get out and run the full length of the court, get to the spots.
PEI last making the Final 8 in 2023. They ran into who else but Diego Mafia. What a performance that was.
He certainly was a silent killer in that game. Nobody really thought he had as many points as he did. Finished with 50 in that first quarterfinal matchup.
And Jacques Tajore, 26 points in last year's bronze medal game. In his 3rd year now at the Gee-Gees. Steyer takes some contact. Clean defense, going right back up with it and right to the rim. Our player to watch, JM Dimeta. Bermejo. Thompson. Right to the rim. Nice cut there by Daniel Gonzalez Longarella.
Thompson keeping that dribble alive, sees Gonzalez Langarella cut down for an easy one.
Stuyck to Newton, making a move. Guimetta, the leading scorer on this team in the regular season. Last touch by Guimetta on his way to the rim. As we mentioned in the pregame show, PEI falling to Calgary yesterday. And for Ottawa, falling to Victoria. Excuse me, that was on Friday. Tough to keep track of with the women's games yesterday. You know what? It's been a festival, like we said on Thursday's broadcast. Rarely are these tournaments hosted in the same place. Games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's been a thrill to watch. And speaking of a thrill, that one would be nice to drop, but Newton gets the board. Great putback. Little display of athleticism from Newton. Gonzalez Langarella playing physical. Lots of contact, but that's going to be called an offensive foul. Stares down the referee for good measure, wants to know a little bit more about it, but dropped the shoulder a little bit to create some space.
Certainly, and I'm sure Newton did a tremendous job selling the contact as well. That's a veteran play right there by Brock Newton.
Brock Newton standing 6'7" in his 4th year. Chowdhury kept his foot down, avoids the travel. Stuyck, top 5 playmaker in the OUA. Here's Thompson, quick board. They can get up in a hurry. Right to the rim, Thompson, athletic finish with the finger roll.
Relies a lot on his speed and explosiveness.
And Jacques Tejore stepping on the sideline. Good defense by Hugo Bermejo, keeping his body square to the ball handler, and Jacques Tejore forcing the turnover. Tie game so far as we approach the 3-minute mark. Thompson, shifty, step back. Would have been pretty, doesn't fall. Here's Guimetta, crossover dribble. Great move, good defense. Kamari Scott. Swung around to Thompson, travel. Turnover committed by the Panthers. Both teams stuck at 4.
Very slow scoring game so far by both teams. A couple of turnovers exchanged. Missed opportunities underneath the rim.
Only 1 3-pointer attempted by both these teams. PEI 2 of 7, Ottawa 2 of 9. Chowdhury, right to the rim, swung out. Stuyck, can't leave him open. Rare miss for him, top shooter in the OUA. And there's another turnover committed by the Panthers. They're up to 4 in the game so far. Going to get our first subs of the game for Ottawa coming in. We have Matthew Smith, Khalifa Kulamala, also checking in Owen Kenny. All rookie team OUA under the rim. Matthew Smith, one hand for good measure. Little hammer job.
Standing at 6'11", doesn't need much to get to the top of the rim. Punching it down.
Got to get back on defense. These Panthers, they'll make you pay. Ottawa came into this tournament as the 1 seed. Out of bounds on the handoff. Smith playing with Stuyck. Stuyck can't believe it. But for these Panthers, although a 6 seed, lots to prove, and they're on the hunt for a medal.
Definitely have been playing some tremendous basketball, fast pace, love to get out in transition after getting the defensive stops. And we've seen a couple of times, might have not getting the looks, turned the ball over a little bit, but you see 2 guards always running the lanes and getting to the corner, being ready.
Have to have your head up. Matthew Smith misses the push, fights for his own board. Gonzalez Langarella corrals that. And here we go, look at the ball flying up the floor for the Panthers. If you're head coach Daryl Glenn, you must like this pace. Winning the AUS over St. FX, want to win the first medal in program history are the Panthers. Turnover on the pass, ball's gonna stay on this side of the floor. Excuse me, foul on the pass. So we see the replay there. Reach in by Owen Kenny, first personal. Thompson in the corner. Gonzalez, Longarella, nice move. Right around Smith, kept his shoulders square, just pivoting to the left side.
Beautiful play by Gonzalez Longarella, using his strength and ability to get defenders off him.
Tough catch, kept alive. Njok Tajore, in and out dribble. Fader takes some contact. No clear spot to land. Foul looks like it's going to go against. We search for it here. Timeout called on the floor. We'll have free throws on the other side of a quick break here. You're watching CBC with U Sports Basketball.
Délaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine. Parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Le sport en direct sur ICTout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est ICTout.tv.
Welcome back inside War Memorial Gym. We got free throws coming up here for Njok Tajore. Foul called against Sam Dick, his first of the game. First free throws for either team today. It's been a frenetic pace as Njok Tajore hits his first, but for the number one seeded Ottawa Gee-Gees, chance to settle in here and find their rhythm offensively. Nails them both. Here's Dick. Gonzalez, Longarella, nice little dish to Dick. Underneath, has to kick it out. Chisholm. Tripped on his way to the rim. He was ran off the line. Panthers really getting everyone involved on offense. That ball is swinging around the floor.
Understandably so. You see the full court press immediately. The ball inbound. Njok Tajore guarding the full length. Trying to get the defense engaged by moving the basketball. The Panthers still with it.
Bermejo makes a move. Around the back pass goes to no one. And here come the Gee-Gees. Chowdhury, one of the top scorers on this team. Got that ball on a string. Deep three for the Gee-Gees. Doesn't go, might have been tipped. Here comes Thompson. All the way to the rim. Another point blank miss, but an offensive board. Second chance opportunity. Nice little bounce pass. Losing control of it though. Here come the Gee-Gees. Kulamala. Moving screen's gonna get called against Matthew Smith. He wants to talk it over, but that appears to be the right call. Feet weren't set as Kulamala went around the arc.
A lot of times you could put it on the guard as well, moving a bit too quick with that handoff, not allowing the big establish his position for it. Remember the days when I was playing, the amount of times I got yelled at. You moving too quick, let your big step up and set it cleanly.
Gee-Gees, that's going to be the first charge against Smith. His length is going to be crucial. We saw that one-handed throwdown earlier. He needs to stay in the game. Here we go, some physical play, turnaround jumper, doesn't drop. Rebound goes to Owen Kenny, average around 8 and 4 this year. Njok Tjore. Little dump and pass, picked off by the Panthers. Here comes UPEI. Thompson always going to the rim. That's a tough look. Looks like that might have been blocked by 2 Gee-Gees. Chowdhury. Kulamala. Chowdhury, bit of a push off, makes some space, hits side rim. Gets the floater back. Rebound to the Panthers. Opportunities for either team, just not executing right now. They got the build-up, just looking for the finish. Power hop, that's a pretty move. Look at that, Gonzalez-Longarella lulling the defense to sleep.
Patient with it as well, understands Matthew Smith is on the inside waiting for him.
Hitting the deck was Thompson as Kulamala made some space. That shot doesn't drop. 10-8 for the visiting Panthers. Right now, getting up the floor in a hurry. 6 turnovers committed by the Panthers, 5 for the Gee-Gees. Something that either head coach, whether you're James Drouin or Daryl Glenn, would like to limit that. And here's the press again from the Gee-Gees. Booker. Shifty, kicked out. Kamari Scott thought about it, bounce pass. Nice extra pass. Look at that, darting his way to the rim. Owen Smith to Gonzalez-Longarella, now with a game high 6 points.
Beautiful take by Smith and initial giveaway by Scott on that back door.
And Njok Tjore was open. Missed the 3. No 3-pointers for either team. Looking to go to the rim constantly, and you wonder why. Soft touch doesn't go. Smith, once again, takes some contact. Closing out there for the Gee-Gees was Josh Mocha. Clipped the arm of Smith, and he'll go to the line for 3 shots. PEI playing with a little bit more of, I want it more.
Definitely. Offensive glass is now starting to pile up against the Gee-Gees. You have to hit a body as soon as the shot goes up. These Panthers, we've seen it in the first matchup against the Thunderbirds. Same thing, may not be the size favorites, but went in there with the heart, gathered those offensive boards and second chance opportunities when needed.
Like we said, these Panthers, although in the AUS, a conference that you might have a ton of exposure to outside of exhibition play, as Smith hits the first. They won that conference against a very tough opponent in St. FX. Smith misses the second.
Not only did they win, they came back down 20, winning in a championship game. That says everything you need to know about this Panther squad. They're not going to give up. They're resilient, and they'll play until the final buzzer.
It's going to be a thrill to watch in Ottawa. They want that medal. They were hoping for a title coming into this tournament as Njok Tjore gets them back on track. But lots to play for here, and here comes Booker. 14-10 for the Panthers. Scott, quiet so far. Backdoor cut, a little bit late on the pass. Here we go, breakaway. Tjore, he gets it to go. Njok Tjore with a nice little finish. Smith. Recently checking in for PEI. Scott, little 12-footer, he gets it to go. Pretty elbow jumper for the 5th year, Kamari Scott. Stayek. Yet to get on the board. Stayek 0 for 2. Like we mentioned, one of the top shooters and playmakers in the OUA. And speaking of playmakers, Njok Tajore, he clearly likes the right-hand side of the hoop. And right now for PEI, they want to talk it over.
Njok Tajore with a beautiful jumper on back-to-back possession. Similar action, similar spot, sinks it. What a player.
PEI up 16-14. We'll catch you on the other side of a quick commercial break. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
We are athletes. Do you know what Husky athletes are made of? Determination.
Hustle. Resilience. We're part of a team and a community.
We work hard for every goal.
And every grade.
Do you know what Husky athletes become? Pharmacists.
Teachers.
Professionals. Olympians.
When you invest in student athletes, you invest in the future.
When you elevate her, you elevate the game.
Watch women win.
Everyone watches Husky women's sports. See her,
Be her.
There's a buzz in this building right now here at War Memorial Gym. Welcome back inside. Andrew Savory on the call alongside Ilya Kurbanov. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend. It's March Madness, whatever you want to call it. It's the U Sports Final 8. Presented by Victory Creative Group. PEI with a slim 2-point lead. Lots of basketball left to go. Swing pass to Scott. Hit a jumper from that same position recently. Doesn't go. Tapped out, but kept with the Panthers. Bermejo, right to the rim, takes contact, and one. Bermejo, how do you do on a Sunday morning?
Stays intact after the contact. Beautiful fake as well. On the drive. It looks like the foul is going to be against Stayek.
Stayek got beat off the dribble by Hugo Bermejo. A little bit of a late reach in. Misses the free throw. Njok Tajore with the rock. He's got a game-high 8 points right now. Starting to heat up. He senses the need to take over right to the rim. Strong move. Tapped around. As fighting for a second chance opportunity. Brock Newton back into the game. The size of the Gee-Gees looking to assert themselves in the paint.
Definitely not afraid of the challenge, and you're not putting a body on Brock Newton. He'll continue rising up for those offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities.
Misses the first. Newton from Fergus, Ontario. Hits the second. Here's the press from the Gee-Gees. Looking to speed up these Panthers, force a turnover. Thompson. Travel's going to be called against Bermejo. Another turnover committed.
Will be their 8th turnover in this first half so far.
Right to the rim once more. Newton get into the rack. And there we go. There's the pace that we've been talking about for PEI. A little bit of reckless abandon for Kamari Scott.
It's one of those things you give up every time you press full court. If you have those two guards running the pace, running the full length of the floor, Bermejo does a tremendous job getting the ball to his guards if they are open in transition.
Kamari Scott, this is the second free throw. Here in the second quarter, things still quite tight. 19-17 in favor of the Panthers. Newton once again gets right around Gonzalez Longarella. Newton favoring this matchup right now. Scott right to the rim once more. How athletic is Kamari Scott?
Beautiful take and a switch of hands going to the middle last minute. Again, Bermejo getting his ball to the guards who are running in transition.
Bermejo, there's the defensive player of the year, Guimetta, wide open lane. Two hands for safety, just drops it in. Can't be careless with the ball around the OUA defensive player of the year. And when we talk about those first quarter stats presented by Wilson, the official game ball of U Sports, turnovers really pointing out for the Panthers, still committing them here as that rebound goes right back. Couple offensive chance opportunities stripped aside once again. Steyek, pull up, doesn't go. Lead pass for Thompson, he's got a runner. Chisholm misses the wide open lay. Have to convert. And Jock to Jory, a nice in and out dribble. That was pretty, Ilya.
Pro-level move from a pro-level player, and Jock to Jory shifting the defense with the handle, and beautiful finish, display of athleticism.
Gonzalez Longarella, that might be an unsportsmanlike, scored the layup and put a shoulder into Newton. Looked like it might have been inadvertent. We'll see on the replay here. Could have gotten out of the way. Both players going in the same direction. No worse for wear. We hope cooler heads prevail.
In games like this, you have to pay attention to every single detail, including that. You cannot pick up that second foul. If you're Gonzalez Longarella, they'll rely on you late into the game.
They need his size, standing 6'8". Guimetta loses it, gets it back. Right to the rim. Calm and composed, J.M. Guimetta. Panthers setting up on offense. Thompson, another turnover. Here's Newton, spin move over Bermejo. Last touch by the Panthers. Ball is going to stay here with the Gee-Gees.
A couple of times now, the Panthers drive into the hoop and try to make a jumping pass. Not a lot of times you'll get through it. You had the baseline cut, bounce it off the floor. It's an easier pass to make and easier to catch if you are on the receiving end as well.
Second quarter action here. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Oh, smoke, Messi! C'est pas aussi mauvais que la cigarette, ça?
C'est juste une vapoteuse.
Fais-toi pas d'illusions.
Vapoter, c'est jouer avec sa santé. Brise l'illusion.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Whether you're out on the Atlantic cheering on your PEI Panthers, or you're at home in Ottawa, or you're here in Vancouver, that three doesn't fall for Guimetta. We got a tightly contested affair here at War Memorial Gym. Second quarter action of the Indochino U Sports Final 8 presented by Victory Creative Group. Gee-Gees now up by 2, starting to hold on to their first lead of the game. But Thompson wants to tie it up, doesn't drop from 3. Thompson, shifty. Quick little inside pass. Doesn't go for the Panthers as Sam Dick wanted that one to fall. Reaching in as Enrique Garcia, bringing the ball up the floor. Is going to be charged against Panthers number 1, Kamari Scott. Chowdhury, he's been quiet so far. Good defense there. Owen Smith duck it into the lane. We have a timeout called on the floor by head coach James Derouin. Of course, as we mentioned, Ilya, we were talking in the pregame show. Derouin, no stranger to these parts, won a CCAA championship at Langara College, typically one of the best CCAA teams in BC, and a former assistant for UBC as well. So I'm sure he's got some friends and family in the crowd here today.
Back home, back at the stomping grounds, and basically where his coaching resume pretty much started. James Derouin is not a stranger to the national stage either, as he's led the Gee-Gees to a number of national tournaments. As you can see, 15th season now with the Gee-Gees. Last year's bronze medal winner, and hoping to end this nationals on the high note as well. And obviously, coach Daryl Glenn in his 8th season with the Panthers, and the year he took over the program, that was probably one of few years that they haven't made the playoffs in the Atlantic University Sport Conference, and making his second national appearance and first medal game at the national stage with the Charlottetown squad.
Looking to pull off the perceived upset, but in their minds, it wouldn't be an upset. They've earned their opportunity to fight for this bronze. Here comes Bermejo. Look at him, go to the rim, kept that ball high, able to maneuver it around the outstretched arm of Newton. Chowdhury. Dump pass to Newton. Garcia. Newton forces that one up late in the clock, gets it to go. Brock Newton now 4 of 9 from the field with 4 boards and 9 points. Bermejo. Little 2 from Dick. He gets that one to drop from the elbow. Excuse me, that was Owen Smith curling off the screen. Gets the pull-up J to go. Chowdhury, he's been quiet so far. Into Newton, he's the hot hand. Takes a step, gets the and one. It's the Brock Newton show right now.
Owen Owen Smith questioning whether or not he was called for the foul, but perhaps getting off his feet, not standing tall against the taller Brock Newton is definitely a challenge, but sometimes you just don't want to give up an N1 opportunity.
Brock Newton on the season averaging 9.6 points, 5.2 rebounds in regular season play. Tonight already surpassing that, up to 12. And Jacques DeJoy checking back in. Smith over to Bermejo. Got the switch. Smith right to the rim. Blown defensive coverage for the Gee-Gees. That's a wide open layup as Owen Smith, his easiest 2 points of the day. Kulamala, step back. Smith trying to defend. Doesn't go. Bermejo. Swing into the corner. Open three for Thompson. Doesn't drop. Still not a single three-pointer for the Panthers. That's their third attempt of the game. Corner Trey. Doesn't drop for the Gee-Gees. Off the hand of Owen Kenny.
To the point, the Panthers have yet to sink a three. The Gee-Gees also only 9 takes and not a single one have dropped yet.
That foul is going to be charged against Sam Dick as Njok Tejore was barreling his way to the rim. Last basket for the Panthers was Kamari Scott. And as we talk about it, doesn't appear to be in the game plan to try and stretch the floor for head coach Daryl Glenn. He understands his team can get to the rim, and right now, a lot of off-ball movement, allowing these Panthers to be free in the lane.
Both teams are attacking the paint, getting in transition, getting those layups.
And Njok Tejore misses the first. Like we said, in last year's gold medal clinching game, played 31 big minutes, 9 of 20 from the field, 2 of 6 from deep, 9 boards, 26 points. In just his second year, a sophomore with the Gee-Gees, now in his third year. And you look at him as he hits that second free throw. He's got a professional league body frame. He's ready to go.
Played with the Blackjacks last year in CABL, of course, and looks to continue his professional career over the summer, perhaps going back to the Blackjacks.
CBL draft will be coming up later this spring. Here's Kulamala. And Njok Tejore, that's a nice dribble. Look at that jab step. Don't you wish we all could do that?
Sometimes, certainly, but only few of us could be as talented as he is. As you can see, playing both ends of the floor. First, a tremendous finish on the inside. This time, put him some solid pressure on Bermejo.
Look at that replay here. The pivot, inside out, drives the baseline. And then you talk about the two-way action of Njok Tejore, picking up a full 94 feet and forcing the turnover from Bermejo. That's a nice pass. Doesn't settle for the three. Njok Tejore picks it up. Swung out. Guimetta. That three falls for Guimetta. And right now the Gee-Gees, their largest lead of the game, up to 5 points, 36-31. And a turnover committed by the Panthers. Jitters starting to settle in as Ottawa makes its push. Head coach Daryl Glenn wants to talk it over.
Stop that momentum ahead of the halftime. 1:37 left in the second quarter, and the worst thing that you could do is give up another 4 or 5 points, and next thing you know, it's a double-digit game before half.
Panthers now on the comeback trail. What do they got? We'll see on the other side of this commercial break. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Feel every hit, goal, and and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Aussi bon que Messi. C'est pas aussi mauvais que la cigarette, ça?
C'est juste une vapoteuse.
Fais-toi pas d'illusions. Vapoter, c'est jouer avec sa santé. Brise l'illusion.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Open at the rim, two-handed flush. Owen Kenny, the all-rookie team member for U Sports. Quick basket for the Gee-Gees. Things going from bad to worse, Ilya, as it's a 24-15 lead in this second quarter only, as the Gee-Gees make their margin, and overall it's now 38-31. Open three for Booker. They need this one. Doesn't go. Here's Kenny to Stayek. Loses the handle, back to Kenny. And the rookie, Owen Kenny, the forward, standing 6'7", proving exactly why he's on that U Sports all-rookie team.
That was way too easy on that previous play, right out of the timeout. Sam Dick falling asleep and giving them an easy dunk to Owen Kenny.
Splits a pair. Less than a minute left in the first half here. Chisholm. Smith, deep three. Doesn't go. Panthers starting to force it a little bit. Gee-Gees smelling blood in the water. Kulamala gets past Booker. Swung out. Guimetta. Corner, time, space, doesn't go. Pull up Jay, that doesn't drop either. Scott looking to lead the fifth here, right to the rim. Lots of contact, just trying to shuffle in was Owen Kenny. But Kamari Scott gonna go to the line to convert the and one play.
Kamari Scott with a veteran move against a freshman. Stepping to the side, making sure he's drawing that block. What a finish.
You can see nice change of direction. Kenny thought he might finish on his dominant right-hand side, but instead fades to the left and hits the three-point play the old-fashioned way. If you can't hit a three, just go to the rim and draw a foul. Here's Stayek, the conductor of this Gee-Gees offense. Dragan. Open to Newton, wide open under the rim. My goodness, how did he get left open? One of the leading scorers for the Gee-Gees today. And that's gonna wrap it up, Ilya, for first half action. 41-34. You got a big second half in store.
Definitely a fast-paced game. Obviously the Panthers turning the ball over a bit too many times. 12-5 against the Gee-Gees, and Gee-Gees certainly took advantage of it. 15 points off turnover in that frame, and 41-34, you cut down a couple of those, you would be in a tie game.
And before we let you go to the half, we have a special presentation for you. A halftime segment presented by PepsiCo. We're gonna spend some time and sit down with a story about PEI's own Kamari Scott from the UPEI Panthers. He's the 2025 U Sports Community Service Award winner, an Athletes on Track bursary winner. And we're gonna learn how he's leaving a lasting legacy both on and off the court as part of this special presentation presented by PepsiCo. We'll see you on the other side of the halftime break for some Wilson first half stats. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Describe myself as a very outgoing, fun, energy, happy guy. I really love to play basketball. I'm just a very generous, big personality guy. I always have a smile on my face. Friends call me Smile sometimes just because I'm always smiley. One thing that like my dad always told me was to build connections and anybody I meet, just to always stay in contact. Those type of relationships go a long way. So I've always been from young. I've always just had a good relationship with teachers or friends or family friends. If somebody used to ask like who is Kamari Scott or how is he, they will leave a good review on me basically. Just knowing what type of person I am. I'm looked at as definitely a leader on the team. Definitely somebody that the guys look up to in any situation, just because I've been here for so long. I've been through a couple finals. I've been to nationals. So a lot of the guys look up to me and look like when things aren't going good, like I'm supposed to be the energy guy. I'm supposed to carry the team. I wouldn't say a lot of pressure, but definitely I hold a lot of standards to myself. Life here on the island is pretty good. Summer times are probably amazing, like they're to die for. So I've spent 3 summers here already. Lots of job opportunities, lots of coaching opportunities, and I also train kids like during the summer here too. So I love it. So basically, it's for Black athletes in youth sports that basically have a plan or are basically trying to accomplish or chase a dream or goal. For say, a lot of us Black athletes are maybe on the less fortunate side, funding wise. This program kind of helps you kind of start whatever process you're going through, or if you're in need of something. It's a really good if you get the opportunity in the near future. Very honored to be a part of that group. I always feel like when I accomplish things like that, like hard work definitely pays off. I was very happy. I texted R80 right away, and I thanked them, and I was like very grateful for the opportunity. I think I showed my mom right away. I was like, Mom, I won. And I don't win a lot of things like money wise or just awards wise. So when I ever get the award to win something like that, I'm very honored.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
This is a call to empower, to unite, and to celebrate the bold in all their glory. It's time to own the ice. Are you ready?
We are athletes. Do you know what Husky athletes are made of? Determination.
Hustle. Resilience. We're part of a team and a community.
We work hard for every goal.
And every grade.
Do you know what Husky athletes become? Pharmacists.
Teachers.
Professionals. Olympians.
When you invest in student athletes, you invest in the future.
When you elevate her, you elevate the game.
Watch women win.
Everyone watches Husky women's sports.
See her, be her.
This is more than just a game. This is about who rules the court. The U Sports Basketball Championships, March 13th to 16th on CBC Gem.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Le sport en direct sur icitout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles. Des athlètes de grand talent. Des sports de haut niveau. Tout ça sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est simple et gratuit sur icitout.tv.
U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, BioSteel, Wilson, APAR, and by Indochino.
Welcome back inside War Memorial Gym. A couple more minutes left of halftime. We got the Wilson first half statistics. Wilson, the official game ball of U Sports. And of course, it's the end of the season. It all comes down to this at the Indochino U Sports Final 8, presented by Victory Creative Group. Andrew Savory on the call alongside Ilya Kurbanov. And Ilya, what stood out to you from that first half as we look at the stats here?
Well, the biggest things, both teams are not looking to shoot the three. They're trying to push the ball in transition, and so far the Gee-Gees had the best of it. We know how well and fast the Panthers could run the floor, but the turnovers have limited them in their chances created. Obviously, Injok Tajori has done a tremendous job in that first half, creating his own shot, getting to the rim, getting everybody involved. And on the other hand, 15 points off the UPEI turnovers as well, losing the ball and then forcing the issue by the Panthers didn't help them establish that run or even get us some sort of a momentum going into the game.
Yeah, Injok Tajori really took over, and also taking over was Brock Newton. Injok Tajori with 13 points, but Brock Newton 6 of 11 for 14 points. That's a game high.
Definitely, and you know, Daniel Gonzalez-Angarella picking up that second foul on that drive. Probably inadvertent shove after that basket, but going to the bench, now you're missing that physical presence on the inside, trying to guard either Brock Newton or just be there and not allowing those easy baskets underneath the rim. Probably put the Panthers in that difficult position, and now they're down 7.
And for Coach Glenn for the Panthers, usually you see coaches make a decision, am I going to leave him in and let him get to 3 fouls or take him out with 2 in that second quarter? He elected to take him out with 2. Maybe he's playing the long game. He wants, with the physical style of play that Gonzalez-Longarella plays with, he wants him to have that full bandwidth in the second half, because considering he didn't play the majority of the second quarter, 10 points on 5 of 7 shooting, one of their key players.
Definitely, and he has been a key player throughout the entirety of this Final 8. And the first matchup of the quarterfinal against the Thunderbirds, he was physical and aggressive, stayed in, gathered those defensive and offensive boards, and against a very consistent team like the Gee-Gees, a team who's been in this position, obviously last year winning bronze against Dalhousie and Laval, today in the same situation with Coach Derwan. They know what it needs. They know what it takes to get it done, and they will throw everything at you. They will be physical with you, and Gonzalez-Longarella is the player. If you don't have him in the long run, you could be in a much bigger hole than a 7-point mark right now.
Gonzalez-Longarella in his 5th year out of Madrid, Spain, averages 9 points and 10 rebounds during the regular season. A game in, game out, double-double threat. Back on the floor now for the second half underway here at War Memorial. Stayek. Checked by Chisholm. Over to Newton. He's still hot. First one doesn't go. That's a good start for the Panthers. Vermejo. Clearing things out. Here's Thompson. Chisholm. Open 3. Doesn't go. Who else? Gonzalez-Longarella with another board. Thompson right to the rim. Soft touch. Instant impact. Ilya on the offensive board.
Both on defensive and offensive glasses. On the previous possession, has to defend. Brock Newton stands tall, gets that defensive board, and gets in transition, and this time gives a second chance opportunity to the Panthers.
Kimeta blows the layup at the rim, comes down hard. Scary moments for a second for the OUA Defensive Player of the Year. Foul is going to be charged against the Panthers. Ball staying with the Gee-Gees. Open 3. Troudry spills out. Kimeta collects it. Right back up again. Gonzalez-Longarella swallows another one up. Thompson. Mari Scott. Open to Gonzalez-Longarella. Little up and under move. He gets it to go with a little pump in the air.
Catches Newton off guard with the drive to the hoop. Open lane.
Nice double clutch. Chisholm, stolen away by Stayek. Heads up play. Chowdhury missed a three previously. Misses once more. Gonzalez Longarella putting on a clinic right now in the glass. Thompson, open three. Panthers needed to buy a bucket, and they cash in. Open three for Thompson, and here comes PEI. All of a sudden, it's a 7-0 run for the Panthers to start this third quarter. And Jacques Tajore says, enough is enough. Doesn't go, front rim. Scott. Scott thought about it. He's going to drive. Spills off glass. Stayek thrown to the corner. Chowdhury, step through, takes contact. That one rolls out. Foul into the rim.
Now it'd be third on Kamari Scott. 2 quick fouls to start the second half. This is the moment where Coach Glenn will have to make a decision whether or not he wants a star player in or out.
This is when the chess match begins. Every foul counts. Kamari Scott, typically good for 14 points, 6.9 rebounds, 1.6 steals. What can't he do? Chowdhury hits that first free throw.
Chowdhury, so far we've seen him take a few threes and can't seem to find his rhythm in this game. 0 for 3 so far and 0 for 4 from the field. On the season, he was averaging 3 makes a game on nearly almost 8 attempts per game.
Well below his scoring average. And get Chowdhury. Stolen away by Kenny. Smith sat for most of that second quarter. Stayek over to Kulamela. Kenny, turnaround jumper, doesn't go. Thompson the board. Into contact. Continuation isn't going to be called. Foul on the ground. Foul is going to be charged against number 13, Owen Kenny. First personal, first team foul of the quarter. Kulamala all over Thompson. Quickly poked out of bounds. Thompson right to the rim, dump pass to Scott. And Coach Glenn elects to keep Scott in, and Scott says, thank you, Coach, I got you off glass.
A beautiful play by Thompson, getting that help defense to rotate. Easy dump off for Scott.
Stayek throws that right into coverage. Bermejo has multiple players at the rim, but instead elects to take it himself. You know what? He knew something I didn't, saw the lane and got it to go.
Defense to offense going coast to coast.
Stayek started to heat up. It's a bit of a non-factor from scoring in the first half. He says, you know what? We're back in front by 1, 46-45. Bermejo catches air. Stayek quickly up. Guimetta. And there's the pace, and there's the putback. Matthew Smith, couple slams today.
Credit to him for running the floor as well as he has. Gets a deflection on the defensive end, runs the floor, gets the putback for the Gee-Gees.
Deep post position. Arm was held there by Stayek. You could see Gonzalez Longarella said, if you give me the rock, I'm going to go straight up. I can feel the contact. Dragan Stayek cut in a tough position, but foul's on the ground.
Gonzalez Longarella certainly has been the factor for the Panthers early on. Got a few defensive stops, was involved offensively, getting a couple of buckets, and now drawing that foul on Stayek. Gets a well-deserved break.
Chisholm and Gonzalez Longarella checking out. Here's Thompson. 5 seconds to work. Here's Kamari Scott. Swatted aside. Oh, foul called at the rim. Foul's going to go against number 0, Matthew Smith. Also there was Will McCauley.
You see the offhand being on the body of Scott. He stands tall, both hands up high. The Gee-Gees get another rejection.
Scott hits the first. Hits them both. 6'3" guard in his 5th year. Bachelor of Business Administration out of Mississauga in the Grassroots Canada program. Njok Tajore, guarded by Scott. A little bit of bully ball, and McCauley the beneficiary. Njok Tajore spreading love on a Sunday. Smith, bit of a reach in, and he calmly hits it. Matthew Smith, he's had a few timely baskets today.
Those are the ones that you count on as Coach Glenn, getting your bench involved and getting that spark off it.
McCauley going up, back out to Njok Tajore off the dribble. Kuamala swings it, big block for Thompson, one of the smallest players on the floor. And look at the perimeter defense. Is that a rallying moment for the Panthers?
Beautiful defensive possession. Kyrie Thompson may not be the tallest player, but times this one. Great closeout. You probably overheard the bench yelling, shooter, shooter. He just gets up into him.
And they're going to review if this is an intentional foul on the hold for Kyrie Thompson, as Kuamala had his shot blocked. Kuamala standing 6'4", Thompson 6 feet, but the way he jumped, playing well above his size, pound for pound.
We have a referee timeout, I guess, with that review pending. And they have to stay on the floor, and you see Coach Derwin has his team sitting on the bench, and that could be very much a warning.
As we watch the replay here, here's Kuamala, Thompson skying for it, and let's look to see. I'm not sure I saw an intentional.
Looks like we do get a media timeout at the end of that conversation between the officials.
We'll catch you on the other side of this break. It's a 1-point lead for the Gee-Gees, 50-49. Don't go anywhere. There's a bronze medal on the line. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Early mornings, late nights, every rep, every sacrifice leading to this. Fueled by BioSteel, the best get the chance to make their mark. One weekend, one shot at glory.
Back inside War Memorial Gym, third quarter action. Andrew Savory alongside Ilya Kurbanov. Common foul charge against Khalifa Kuamala, his second personal. Credit Kyrie Thompson with a hustle to draw the foul after a big block. Here's Bermejo. Here we go, Kamari Scott, late clock scenario, doesn't go. Kulamala at the board. 4 minutes and change left to go in the third quarter. McCauley, Smith, Kulamala driving around traffic, off his leg. Ball's gonna go back to the Panthers. Panthers were struggling with turnovers in that first half. They've only committed one here in the third. That's the second turnover committed by the Gee-Gees. Every possession counting with less than 14 minutes left in this ball game. Gonzalez, Longarella back in. Looking for deep post position. There it is. There's the touch. The kick out. Scott thought about it, swings it. 3 seconds to work with. Smith throws it up. That's a tough leaner. We were talking about it. Ilya Owen-Smith, degree of difficulty, very high today.
A difficult shot reminds me of Marcus Page back in the 16 March Madness.
Wow, Matthew Smith. Here's Chowdhury, 5 seconds, step back. Got fouled on that one in the closeout by Bermejo. You could see Chowdhury twitched a little bit when he felt the contact on the elbow, gonna go to the line. Bermejo's first.
Foul on a three-pointer. And Chowdhury, not the player you want to have on a free throw line if you're the Panthers. Very good free throw shooter.
And for Chowdhury, potential to be a sleeping giant here today. Usually averages around that 15-point mark, but if he gets hot, he could be the savior for the Gee-Gees because this UPEI team, they're not going anywhere.
They're not giving up, certainly won't back down off the challenge. They know what's on the line, and it will take a lot of effort and everybody committed to excellence.
Gonzalez Longarella swung that one out, wants to reset it, gets it on Newton. Little scoop pass for Bermejo. That was pretty unselfish basketball.
Again, drawing that hub defense. You saw Gimetta stepping in, dumps it off back to Bermejo for an easy two.
Spilling out of the hands. Slippy mitts for Gimetta. Third turnover of the quarter. Committed by the Gee-Gees. Smith, he's hot right now. Doesn't go, bit of a heat check. Tapped around, Gonzalez Longarella. Great hustle. Here comes Ottawa. And Jock to Joy, look at that bounce pass. And Brock Newton hanging and levitating and getting that one to go off glass for his basket, first basket of the second half. Nice, pretty layup. Kamari Scott taking out the banner. He wants a medal. It would be the first in program history for the men's basketball team at UPEI. Stayek, the post up on Smith.
Both teams going back and forth late in this third quarter. Tie game.
Matthew Smith. 6 seconds, here comes Chisholm, kicked out. Scott on his way to the rim, takes contact. Stayek coming in there, looks like he took a bit of a Charlie horse. Now also another foul called to his name. Count the basket, Kamari Scott, the Mississauga kid, taking over.
Stayek late on that rotation. Kamari Scott goes by in Jock to Jory. And through the contact, big and one opportunity here for the Panthers. And a third foul on the orchestrator of that Gee-Gees offense.
Converting the and one play, his second and one play of the day. And for UPEI, talk about the psychological rebound. They were blown out yesterday in the semis against Calgary, a very strong team, 87-54. Calgary coming in as the 2 seed, and now against the 1 seed, they have a 1-point lead.
no strangers to making those upsets. Here's Chowdhury with his first triple of the night, of the day.
We were talking about it, Ilya, the sleeper, and Kit Chowdhury. Don't let him get hot. He's feeling good. Chisholm has to work quickly. Time's running out, 2 seconds to work with. Thrown up in a hurry and they get it to go. Sam Dick, the hero, bailing out the possession. This game turning out to be everything you could ask for on a Sunday morning Pacific time, early afternoon Eastern, evening Atlantic. Dragan Stajak taking contact on the way to the rim. It's going to be on the ground. That's going to be the third charged against Gonzalez Longarella. 37 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Hold on to your seats, Ilya. We're going to have a roller coaster of a fourth quarter.
Consult your nearest physician if you have any issues with your heart, because that might go down to the wire and a lot of nerves and adrenaline will be pumping.
And Jock Tajore, that three goes. He drops it from deep. He says, and Kit, you hit that last one. I'm gonna hit the next one. Here's Booker. Shot clock's turned off, down by 3. And they inch closer to end this third quarter. Booker. That 2 doesn't drop for the Panthers. Off the hands of Gonzalez Longarella. And there you have it. That's the end of the third quarter. A slim 3-point lead as we head into closing time here at War Memorial Gym. Don't go anywhere. The Gee-Gees hoping to get their second straight bronze medal. PEI chasing a bit of history. We'll see you in a quick break. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
This is a call to empower, to unite, and to celebrate the bold in all their glory. It's time to own the ice. Are you ready?
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
You asked for a thriller, we got you a thriller. It's the first seed Ottawa Gee-Gees versus the 6th seed UPEI Panthers. So we see Njok Joy work his way to the rim. Lots to like in that third quarter, but when you look at the Wilson third quarter stats, Ilya, what stuck out to you?
The one turnover committed by the Panthers. 12 in the entire half, took care of the ball and took care of business. Early start of that quarter, 7-0 run. They're still in this game and they won't back away.
Look at that hustle. Chowdhury had a huge third quarter. throws it off the leg of Kamari Scott, who is in proximity. Chowdhury in his 4th year, another year of eligibility left to go. Looking to add to his hardware with another bronze if Ottawa can hold on to this 3-point lead. Stayek. Swung out, Endjock to Joy, hit a 3 recently, doesn't get that one to go. Gonzalez Longarella drawing the double team. Chisholm, only 1-3 fallen today for the Panthers as Gonzalez Longarella can't get that board to go point blank. Endjock to Jore loses it. Off a leg and out of bounds. Turnover charge to the Gee-Gees. Kamari Scott waits to rebound. Head coach James Drouin for the Gee-Gees looks on. Checking in Owen Kenny for the Gee-Gees. Chisholm. Thompson pulls up for 2. High arcing shot, he gets it to go. That touched everything but the rafters.
Beautiful stroke by Kyrie Thompson from the top of the key.
Open 3, Chowdhury. You can see it, he's heating up like a pressure cooker.
He's feeling himself. Had a very quiet first half, but starting now to explode here late in the 4th.
Thompson, mismatch on Nelson, looking for the blow-by. Bermejo, 5 seconds to work with. Thompson, gonna have to put it up, he does. Gets it to go. We got a little guard battle. Chowdhury, Thompson, going at it in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back shots, degree of difficulty on both of those. Kyrie Thompson makes it count.
Gotta be careful, trading 2s for 3s. Chowdhury, the sniper, on Gonzalez Longarella. That's a foul. He had the ball on a string. Now that's gonna be the 4th charged against Gonzalez Longarella. Key juncture of the game and a key decision ahead for head coach Daryl Glenn.
It's going to be a tough one right here. You have to make a decision. Do you sit him out for maybe a couple of minutes at least to give him a break and see if he can just cool off a bit? You see Sam Dick is getting ready to check in.
First free throw doesn't drop for Chowdhury. 5 of 5 before that attempt. Now he's 6 for 7. Probably the last we'll see of Gonzalez Longarella until after the 5-minute mark. Bermejo. Scott. Over to Bermejo. Quick dribble, that's a tough patch. Dick caught it point blank. Took some contact. Foul's gonna be charged against Kenny.
He's fouling from the back, contesting the shot. And these are some important free throws for the Panthers in this 4th quarter. You want to take care of business from every spot on the court.
Dick misses them both. Played 13 minutes tonight. Comes in, you're a little bit cold. He misses. But great defense. Looks like he reached a little bit into the body of Nelson. Excuse me, into the body of Newton, colliding with Kenny. And the chess match continues as Coach Glenn looks to find his interior presence. We have the younger Gonzalez Longarella coming in for Dick after he missed those 2 free throws. Newton at the line. It's the first. Misses the second. DiMetta fouled, fighting for that board, and now foul trouble for PEI. That's against Kamari Scott, his 4th. You can see him giving a thumbs up to Coach Glenn, saying, "I'm good." And Kamari Scott, this will be the last game of his U Sports career, and he wants to play every minute of it. We have a timeout on the floor. It's a 4-point lead, 68-64 for PEI. Don't go anywhere. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Le sport en direct sur ICTout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est ICTout.tv.
Back inside War Memorial Gym for the 2025 Indochino U Sports Final 8, presented by Victory Creative Group. Andrew Savory on the call alongside Ilya Kurbanov as Chowdhury misses that one, bounces around a bit. Back to the Panthers. First medal in program history on the line for PEI. The 3rd straight bronze medal on the line for the Gee-Gees, winning the bronze in 23 and 24 and potentially now in 25. Up 4 with less than 7 minutes left to go. Here's Thompson. Hard off the glass, doesn't go. Newton running the floor. Straight to the rim. Styack racking up the assists. Newton the beneficiary. Gee-Gees haven't had a 6 or greater point lead since the start of the second half. As Gonzalez Longarella can't get that one to go. Shovel pass. DiMetta. DiMetta couldn't get that to go, and Newton fighting for the board. Draws the foul from Chisholm.
Coach Glenn now is calling a timeout as a couple of unanswered possessions by the Panthers and a few transition buckets by the Gee-Gees. Another foul picked up by the so-called visiting number 6 seed UPEI. Continue to fight off this Gee-Gee squad, and it's not looking good.
6-point lead, 70-64. Brock Newton now with a team high, 19 points on 8 of 14 shooting, 4 rebounds. Really bringing that blue-collar lunch pail game today, doing the gritty work inside.
Yeah, gets it on the glass, gets his position established on the offense, but also doing it all on the defensive end, regardless of who he's matched up against. You've seen him around the perimeter, trying to guard Kyrie Thompson. Now getting a few buckets on the inside against Sam Dick, against the younger Gonzalez and Gavrella Nicholas. And just being that focal point and the strong presence inside the paint.
Great poise from Brock Newton. You can see on a lot of these catches, does a good job of catching it in the lane, but he doesn't bring it down to where people could strip it. Keeps it high, goes right back up. Fourth-year finance major from Fergus, Ontario. Pride of Toronto Basketball Academy. A D1 transfer back. Played some D1 hoops down south at Bucknell. Now making contributions to head coach James DeRouen's squad for the Gee-Gees. Stuyck, bounce pass, and Jock to Jore. That one goes, absorb the contact. 8-point lead. This is the danger zone for PEI. Thompson. Over to Scott, playing with 4 fouls. Newton thwarting that shot. Here he is again, going to the paint. Foul called at the rim. We'll wait for the call. Fouls against Owen Smith.
And again, Brock Newton leaking out in transition, running full length of the floor. Chowdhury this time finds him in transition. And he's up to 20 now.
You can see, had the block on one end. Look at him hustle up the floor here. When you're big as the first player up, you gotta reward him with the rock.
You have to find him, and Chowdhury does that.
Scott can't handle it. Gets the ball back. Vermejo, urgency time, nearing the 5-minute mark of this bronze medal matchup between UPEI and the Gee-Gees. Pocket pass. Spills out to Scott. 5 seconds to work with. Extra pass. A little bit too perfect from UPEI. Gonzalez Longarella might have wanted to take that one right to the rim himself. Push shot for Gonzalez Longarella. Instant impact whenever he's on the floor. What a thrill to watch, up to 14 points. Stuyck, swing pass. Out to the perimeter, and Jock to Jore, the killer. His second 3 of the game, up to 21 points.
Huge triple by Jock to Jore.
Matthew Smith driving the paint. There's the steal, and Jock to Jore, and that is an intentional foul. As Kamari Scott, that's going to take him out of this ball game. You could see the wrist as Jock to Jore made his way up the floor. He had the step. It's an unfortunate end to Kamari Scott's U Sports career, and a terrific one at that. He's going to wrap it up with 21 points, 8 of 13 shooting. But he'll have to watch from the sidelines as his Panthers down 10 with 4.5 left to go. Ilya.
This is going to be a tough one. A void to fill in for the Panthers. Kamari Scott certainly not the way he would have loved to go out, and might have just got unfortunate on that contact with and against Jock to Jore in transition. It is 2 free throws for the Gee-Gees, and possession back, favoring the team from the nation's capital.
And Jock to Jore hits his second, splits the pair. 4 of 6 free throws shooting on the day, leading the way for the Gee-Gees yet again. He led them last year against Dalhousie with 26 points. Stuyck sizing up Chisholm. The hesitation. Baseline leaner for Newton. He's on fire as he looks to the crowd and says, where did this hot run come from? Gonzalez Longarella barreling into the paint. He likes that push shot. He likes that matchup. They're going to need him to play hero ball down the stretch.
Goes inside, a nice turnaround shot with a soft touch. Nothing but net.
Clock no longer the friend to the Panthers. Down 11. Chowdhury doesn't go. Panthers got a push for Mayho. Bounce pass. Little pocket pass to Gonzalez Longarella. It blows the layup. Stayek, right past Chisholm, takes contact. And Dragan Stag has done that so many times throughout his U Sports career, lulling the defense to sleep with that hesitation dribble. Stripped aside, Newton. Guimetta, breakaway layup, and the largest lead of the game. Head coach Gerald Glenn doesn't like it for the Panthers. All of a sudden, down 15 with 3:09 left in this one.
The gap is starting to open up, and Panthers are just eluding away and falling far behind for that medal. The one that they've been waiting for such a long time. And it's becoming more and more difficult.
Dragan Stayek in his 5th year, 7 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, playing within himself at 3 of 6 shooting. Marketing major out of Waterloo, Ontario, and Canada Top Flight Academy. A patient orchestrator and a great conductor of this Gee-Gees offense.
A little over 3 minutes left to play. Gee-Gees can smell it.
So can their fans. We got that maroon in the crowd. Got that PEI green, that St. Patty's green here as well. As we look at the Wilson game statistics, Wilson, the official game ball of U Sports. Not the best shooting display from the Gee-Gees, but they've won the rebounding battle, and they've been playmaking as well in the assist margin.
Definitely moved the ball really well, but got it done on the defensive end as well, getting those defensive boards, forcing 12 early turnovers by the Panthers.
Bermejo. Shooting only 10% from 3 today are the Panthers. It's not their game. They're going to try and get into the paint and do it in a hurry. Lots of contact. As who else but Gonzalez Longarella, seemingly exclusively playmaking for the big man out of Spain.
Only second foul on Newton, but Gonzalez Longarella making his presence felt. You could tell immediately that those 2 fouls in the first half, when he wasn't on the floor, the difference was major.
And unfortunately for the Panthers, Gonzalez Longarella, just a 42% free throw shooter on the season, misses them both. So despite his prowess in the paint, you can live with him at the free throw line. Guimetta gets past Chisholm. Five seconds to work with. Enjok Tajore. Right into the paint. The scoop, the score. Ottawa. They can taste bronze. Can they hold on? Thompson misses point blank. Tapped out for Chowdhury. Thompson fighting. Crashing into the broadcast table as Thompson fighting with everything he can to keep this game within reach for the Panthers. Less than 2.5 to go. Might take a miracle at this point, Ilya.
So need some sprinkle of magic. Down 17, 2:13 left in the game. The Panthers might have dug a hole too deep to climb out of, as you see Jim Guimetta checking out for the last time as a Gee-Gee. Had a fantastic career with the Ottawa squad and being definitely one of the top players for the program. Getting it done on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively. Needless to say, led the team in scoring and won the defensive player in the OUA.
A third teamer as well, and as We look to the sideline, the baseline here. We can see the next game coming up. It's going to be the Ottawa Gee-Gees women's team versus the home side. Home team, I should say, as that one misses point blank. UBC Thunderbirds women's program. And there's the double team on Njok Tajore. Foul's going to be charged against Thompson. Other games going on today, of course. We have that women's bronze coming up between UBC and the Gee-Gees. And then we also have the men's gold. That's going to be coming up. A Canada West matchup, Calgary Dinos versus the Victoria Vikes. And then we have the women's gold as Njok Tajore misses that first free throw. Saskatchewan versus Carleton. They know each other quite well. Carleton beat Saskatchewan to win last year's title. Njok Tajore hits the second free throw. But for Carleton, Ilya chasing the rare three-peat.
It's going to be a tough task as Gage Gossick is a matchup to look at. One of the best players, doesn't get phased by the opposition, dictates the pace of the offense.
Got our first wedgie of the day. Ball stuck between the backboard and the rim. Gage Gossick and the Huskies, led by one of the greatest coaches in U Sports history, Lisa Tomaitis. German national team head coach as well. Got a couple of subs. Checking in for Ottawa, Enrique Garcia. Great applause here from the PEI faithful, the Ottawa faithful. This was a fun one, Ilya. It's going to end up being the Gee-Gees winning the bronze. But PEI, to their credit, fought until the very end.
Most definitely, and credit to them for the entire tournament. Taking down the home team, the home side, the host of the Final Eight, the Thunderbirds in the first round, where everyone thought the Thunderbirds had the size advantage, but looks like it played against them with the pace that the Panthers brought to them was unmatched. And then obviously the nation's top player, Nate Patron, handling business in the semifinal against the Panthers. But here today, through first three quarters, gave it all best to this Gee-Gees team and showcasing that they didn't come to the tournament just to participate.
If you're looking for more Sunday plans, you better stay with us for U Sports Hoops on CBC, because we got another bronze medal game coming up on the women's side. We got gold on the men's and gold on the women's. Here's Garcia, checked by Booker. Approaching 60 seconds left in this ball game. Garcia. Good defense from UPEI. Kuamawa, 2 seconds to hoist it up. Hits front rim. Booker. Vermejo. That one's blocked by the Gee-Gees. Less than 30 seconds now for UPEI. We're going to finish 4th in the nation this year, as there's the miss from the Gee-Gees. Offensive board doesn't drop either. They're going to corral it. Couple bodies hitting the deck. And it's going to be the Panthers. We're going to walk this one out. 4th in Canada, an AUS title to their name. But for the Ottawa Gee-Gees, another bronze medal victory, their 4th in program history. 2013, 2023, 2024, and now 2025 for head coach James Derouin.
Phenomenal display of basketball till the end by both squads. The far more experienced Gee-Gees get the job done late. Here in the 4th, Kamari Scott checking out with half of this 4th quarter left to play, and what a tough matchup it was between the two. And what careers for the likes of Scott, Gimetta, Stayek, and Njok Tajore, and many others who've showed up to play in this Final Eight.
As we await the medal presentation and the players of the game, and we look at the stats from today's game presented by Wilson, Ilya, at the half, PEI came out big time in that third quarter on a 7-0 run. They got close. What were some of the trends that stuck out to you statistically?
I think they've done a tremendous job controlling the pace and taking care of the ball in that second half. 12 turnovers in the first, only 4 through the 2 frames here in the second half. And just the rebounding battle, it favored a bit more. 15 offensive rebounds given up to the Gee-Gees, but it all came down to the three-point making of the Gee-Gees. Didn't make a single three-pointer in the first half, 6 in the second, and many of those came in the fourth quarter from Njok Kajori and Chowdhury.
We were talking about it. It was only a matter of time until Chowdhury got it going, and he really fueled the resurgence of the Gee-Gees as PEI was threatening. They got into some foul trouble. And here are your players of the game, presented by Nike.
The first Nike team player of the game from the University of Prince Edward Island Panthers, #1, Kamari Scott.
And who else but the fifth-year graduating senior, Ken Shields Award winner, Kamari Scott, with 21 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. What a game, what a career, Kamari Scott.
He's done so many things and been through so many adversity times with the Panthers in the A West. Made 2 national tournament appearances, a bronze medal game today. Phenomenal career for the 5th-year player.
Deja vu for Justin Njok Kajori, 26 points last year to win bronze, 25 points this year, 9 of 13 shooting, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and just huge shutdown defense.
Played some critical games for the Gee-Gees, obviously a big game player, got the job done again for the Gee-Gees squad, and I'm sure his absence will be felt next year for this nation's capital squad.
The final score will tell you 86-70, but this game was much closer. It was a fun one, and there's lots more basketball left to go. We got the bronze for the women coming up between UBC and Ottawa. We got the men's gold coming up between Calgary and Victoria, and the women's gold between Saskatchewan and Carleton. It's been a thrill to call games with you all weekend, Ilya. We'll see you next year, and we hope you continue watching U Sports on CBC. Thank you for watching a presentation of the Indochino Final 8 for U Sports, presented by Victory Creative Group. For Ilya Kurbanov, I'm Andrew Savory. Enjoy the rest of the broadcast, and have a great day.
Number 13, Owen Kenny. Number 14, Ryan Harris. Number 15, Thomas Armstrong. Number 21, Josh Mocha. Number 24, Enrique Garcia. And number 35, Jacques Malengi-Mena. The head coach for the University of Ottawa Gee-Gees, James DeRuin. Coach DeRuin assisted by Michael Parsons, Clarence Porter, Hennessy Romo Valente. Assistant coaches, Armin Reservoir, Fofo Edekun, Suleiman Sulam, Vincent Tufort, Kajil Grant, Alex Lewis, Dua Desiree, and Kayla Peralta.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. So good, so good. I got you. Wow, I feel nice. A sugar and spice. I feel nice. A sugar and spice.
As they receive their bronze medal awards here at the 2025 Indochino U Sports Final 8, presented by Victory Creative Group. Fans in the stands, let me hear you one more time. Make some noise for the University of Ottawa Gee-Gees.
And when I hold
you fans to celebrate with your team in the lobby of War Memorial Gym. We do have warm-up coming up for our next bronze medal matchup. Make sure you stick around. The women's bronze medal game coming up right here at historic War Memorial Gym. Once again, a big thank you to everyone in attendance here at historic War Memorial Gym. And congratulations to your bronze medalist, Ottawa Gee-Gees. Thank you to all the fans, family, and friends. Once again, have an awesome time celebrating in the lobby of War Memorial Gym. As we get set here for the warm-up of the women's bronze medal lane coming up next. And there they are for their bronze medal team photo. Your men's bronze medalists here at the championships, the Ottawa Gee-Gees.
Just jump into it. Y'all hear about it? The P's will do it. Get started, get stupid. Don't worry about it. People will walk you through it step by step like an infant new kid. Inch by inch with a new solution. Transmit hits with no delusion. The feeling's irresistible and that's how we move it. Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stupid, get started, get started, get started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah. Running, and running. Come on, y'all. Let's get cool. Let's get cool. And while I get cool. Let's get cool. And while I get cool. Let's get cool. And
let's get ill, that's the deal. Applicator will bring the bug dot drill. Just lose your mind, this is the time. You can't stand still, twist and bang your spine. Just bob your head like me, Apple D. Up inside your club or in your Bentley. Get messy, loud and sick. Your mind fast, no more on another head trip. So come them now, do not correct it.